So PJ Washington. I forgot who he plays for. I think he plays for the Dallas Mavericks now. But PJ Washington, didn't he used to play for the Wizards, or did he play for the Hornets? Something like that. But he's a basketball player, and you know that he was with Brittany Renner. So the title is PJ Washington chose a toxic baby mama. So in case you've been hiding on the route, let me show you what happened. So Brittany Renner, you know, famous. I don't even know what you would call Brittany. I'm gonna just say influencer right now. She went to Jackson State like the year after I did, and she blew up from uh, being like a fitness person, and then she became an Instagram model. I don't know what you call her, but she was in the headlines for all right, good night, Auntie. But she was in the headlines for a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? She got around sleeping with different people in the industry, prominent like sports players mainly. But she ended up getting knocked up by PJ Washington. And I gave my spill on this a while ago. But let's see what happened with PJ Washington when he went and picked up their child. Okay. So this is Brittany Renner and her mother. I don't know if that's her dad at the door, but let's watch what happened. Fair use, by the way, fair use.
Okay, hold on, pause. This is what we're not doing. So every time that he does this, I'm gonna record this because that's not okay. I'm just letting you know. No, the thing is, this is the third time he's done it. This is the third time he's done it. He doesn't want to go with you. So actually show up and do something then with him. Because he does this every time. No, it's not. No, it's not. It ain't because anybody babies him. You give him his bag and stuff?
That's terrible. 3 weeks in a row.
So they said 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row. The baby is crying when they leave. When the father, PJ Washington, comes and picks him up. And this is about to be where things go left.
No, it's not. Yeah, I will. But I'm telling you right now, every single time you come here and he cries, we're going to record that. And it's up with me. Just know that it's up.
What'd you say?
I'd love to.
What'd you say?
I didn't stutter.
I didn't hear you. Say it again.
Suck my.
So I ain't gonna play what he said. Suck my, you know what? And they going back and forth.
Pussy ass.
Hey.
All right, and I ain't, they doing all this cussing. I don't want to, you know how it be. So real quick, I'm gonna play with the sound off. It wasn't like a fight or nothing like that. It was just a little altercation. But he's going off. They cussing at each other and stuff like that. And his wife is in the car too. So I didn't know he was married to someone else, Alicia Chanel. And you see her, she's like going off, things like that. So, man, a lot of people were giving their opinions about it. A lot of people said that this backfired on Brittany Renner. A lot of people were just like, you thought that people were going to be on your side for this. Because let's talk about the things that were wrong. Because Brittany was in the wrong, okay? Brittany Renner was in the wrong. And it looks like she's one of those toxic baby mamas, all right? The obvious is when you give the child away to someone else, right? The parent, right? If they're crying, that's typical behavior for a child. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's leaving the mother to go with the father, because the father is more disciplined, more masculine. And, the father, you're attached to the hip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the child is attached to the mother's hip because a mother gives you a certain type of love that your father doesn't. Maybe you can get away with more stuff from your mother than you can with your father. So the fact that they picked up and recorded that whole exchange just for him coming and picking up his child, and he's saying that's because y'all babying him. She's like, this is the third week in a row he didn't did that. Like it's been 3 months or 3 years or something like that. Now, if the baby had a mark on them and the baby was I'm talking about bawling, crying, and just screaming and trying to run away from the dad, that's a level of concern. All he was doing was whining. Didn't even look like no tears were coming out. But Brittany is got a mama and they're, filming and stuff like that. It's been 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row, and you tripping off of that toxic woman behavior. The child is supposed to go with their father, go with their mother, whatever the case may be. And you notice when the child got into the car seat, when it got into the car, what do you do? Stop crying. So Brittany created this toxic atmosphere and made everything worse, and it backfired on her. Didn't go the way she planned, and everybody's bashing her. But the quiet part out loud that a lot of people may look over or not saying is this. PJ Washington, you chose this woman to have a child by. You chose this woman. You knew she'd been around the block. Shout out to Brittany, but she been around the block. I'm quite sure somebody pulled him to the side and told him, hey, that ain't the one that you want. She done been around the block. See, when these men are warned about women like this or see this type of behavior, the reputation. What do you expect? What do you expect? Did anybody think they were just going to have a child and they were going to live happily ever after? They weren't married. And you know what type of woman Brittany is. So is this really surprising? Because I know it was these think pieces, and this is just the obvious, yeah, she's a toxic baby mom and stuff like that. But when are these men going to realize you lure yourself and put yourself in these situations? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at him like, this is who you chose to have a baby by, though. Because it's not like people didn't know this about Brittany. Now, she never had a child before to display the toxic type behavior, but the girl wrote a book about dudes she slept with, Colin Kaepernick and different things. She looked like a superhead. So would you wife up a superhead or have a child with a superhead like that? These video, now I ain't gonna say because she wasn't a video vixen, but these type of women who are known for just getting around dating. Because what is Brittany's talent? Think about that. What is Brittany's talent? What is she known for? In the beginning of the topic, I didn't even know what to say about Brittany. Like, what is she? I was like, she an influencer, just whatever. She got known for having a nice ass body. And a lot of dudes lined up to smash. That's all that it was. But PJ, and I know you were young, but you got a piece of that pie, you know what I'm saying? That poontang, and couldn't get, you had to have a child by her. And this is the result of that. Men, fellas, we have to be held accountable for who we sleep with. You know what I'm saying? It's easier said than done, but at least strap up. But you have to know, once you ejaculate inside of a woman like this, what can happen? You have a child. Do you expect her to be a great baby mama? Do you expect her to be a nurturing mother? And I'm not saying that she's a bad mother. I don't know about that. But that whole exchange right there and her recording it as if you abused the child or something like that. Like, if she has some story or background behind it, it would be different. But obviously, to me, it looks like she's a little jealous that he didn't moved on, got her mom involved. And I didn't play it all, but she was talking about money, talking about you'll give $175,000 to your hoe, which is his wife, Alicia. You give $175,000 to her, but you won't give but $11,000 to your damn child. $11,000, like that's just chump change. Like, that's chump change. It's most of America. People living in America don't have $11,000 in their accounts, their savings accounts, their checking accounts. The average person in America don't have $11,000 to spare. And this is going to a damn 4-year-old, 3-year-old. And y'all complaining about that? And that's that man's wife. Of course you get 175. So the audacity of these women. But like I said, I'm not mad at her, at Brittany or her mother. I'm saying the quiet part out loud. PJ, you knew what you was getting yourself into, brother. You knew that. And we know as a man who, like, when we about to nut, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it up. But we know when we about to do that. And you know that sometimes, a lot of times, it could take multiple times in order for a woman to get pregnant. So we got to be held accountable. We have to be held accountable too, as well, for who we choose to sleep with. Because if you're, truthfully, if you having sex with that person, you need to be aware that they could get pregnant. But, I'm not going to fully put Brittany's toxic, but that's stuff we already know. I'm not going to fully put the blame on her. I get it. But we also got to put the blame on PJ as well. You chose that baby mama. You chose that woman to have your child. I know it was probably good, but you should have pulled out. Being honest, I wasn't surprised with that. But anyway, that's my portion of it. That's what I had to say about it. You let me know if you agree, disagree, whatever. Hit that like button for me. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like button as well. Shout out to my replay gang. Y'all let me know in the comments how you feel about everything. Subscribe to the channel, which is youtube.com/ResView. And let me show y'all to go to Who Gave You a Podcast. I want you to subscribe to this page too. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna show this page because I need everybody from ResView to make sure that you go and subscribe to this other channel, because we at 228 subscribers right now. Let me share my screen with you. So if you like my conversations, you'll love these. Who Gave You a Podcast? Right now, we're at 228 subscribers. Let's get to 300. Let's get to 300. I just need, like 40, 50, 60 of y'all to go ahead and subscribe. These are all the talking points we didn't have so far. We get some pretty decent, consistent viewership right now. You can follow us on TikTok too, and Instagram. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all, this is the hottest, one of the hottest debate shows in the game. All of these get, pretty good views. We have great talking points and stuff like that. So do me a favor and go to Who Gave You a Podcast. Just type this in on YouTube and make sure that you go subscribe. If you support me, ResView, and support my content, please go and have fun, because you think I'm crazy. If you like my controversial takes and all this other stuff, you're going to love me and CJ's interaction. I'm telling you, it's one of the hottest podcasts in the game right now. So do me a favor. Like I said, go over to Who Gave You a Podcast. If you are a subscriber of my channel, go to that channel as well. We want to get those subscribers up. We've been doing good thus far. All right. But anyway, man, I've had fun. Great discussion. I will see y'all on the next episode of ResView. Peace out.